Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. So let's begin the reading with lighting up the candles. Evoking Archangel Michael. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Archangel Gabriel. We love you so much. Thank you so much. But some resistance there, and I'll tell you why though. And Archangel Chamuel. Thank you. Ooh, burning bright. Kya baat hai? Getting a lot of love and affection. Collective. And Archangel Raphael. Arey bhai. Smoky smoke. Come on. Come on, Archangel Raphael. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Give me a second, huh? Let's just thank our angels. Okay, my collective. Okay. Right, let's begin with the let me begin with the download that I got like today, the latest one, the fresh one, right out of the oven, as we now say it, right? Okay, so this was 2 words. It was like God sees, and then again God sees, and that eye symbol that I've been getting, the third eye symbol, that one singular eye. So I'm assuming that's like the third eye of, let's say, Lord Shiva, Mahakali, or any of the deities you might like. Even in the, let's say for instance, and I'm not turning it scandalous, but just hear me. Even in the Illuminati symbol, that triangle that has like one eye in it, and not just Illuminati, just the eye, that organization which was that movie, Now You See Me, right? Uske 3 parts are getting parts as not parts as in, whatever they're called, right? 3, right? All of the, I don't know whether the first one also had the eye. That is the main organization that basically gets the horsemen together, right? That's also, I think that's a triangle that has eye in it, if I'm not wrong. Very Illuminati like logo, right? Logo or sigil or whatever you want to call it, right? This and the eye, similar. That eye, like we had this download. Remember, I told you, I showed you, just for like reference sake, like if you look at an evil eye, a pendant or whatever you have, like that, like I have a pendant. Yeah, this also looks like an eye, an eyeball. Does it not? Just look closer. Does it not look like an eyeball? Evil eye, right? So it's like God sees. I'm giving you these weird examples, like God is like all around us, and whatever is happening, good, bad, evil, not evil, whatever it is, like whatever it is happening, whatever is happening in your life is being monitored by God. And in the past, I told you, when I traveled and I got that download, when I came back, I shared that was the first download that day, that like all seeing Shiva, like Lord Shiva was like, I've got my eye on you. Eye. Alright, this also goes to show, it also has the relevance that when say God sees, it's not just that only God is looking at you, right? There are various other entities, and there are various other 3D individuals, humans, different kinds of beings also that are looking at you. And humans is like only just a fraction of it. If you think a lot of humans are looking at you, that they, for whatever reason that might be, but it's not just the humans. There's a lot of different creatures, and we've had this download before. I told you that I saw that in the vision. I had a vision when I saw different kind of beings, right, one after the other, and they only stopped coming because I opened my eyes voluntarily, like because I had my download button. With a different kind of beings who had their eyes on you. So chosen, you are in the limelight, you're in the spotlight, like it or not. Because I can imagine, we've been in the we, as in you me, I am you collective. We all chosen collective, especially the chosen bit, the chosen group of the collective. We have been in the hermit mode for so frigging long, bro. So frigging long that somehow this feels very unnatural now, right? Isn't it? Like, we've had people look at us, watch us, monitor us, stalk us, surveil us, and everything. That's of course been happening. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying, oh, we never noticed that. We're not saying that. But this is different. This is limelight, star-like energy. This is different. All right. So I think you have like crossed another phase, if you ask me. There's like another level, another test that you have passed, and you have now crossed a threshold. There's a threshold that you just crossed. And I mean, I'm recording this, and today was whichever you want to call it, 14th April. So this would have just, and all my candles, all the angels are like good, like agreeing with me right now. I wish I could just turn around and show it to you how they are like. But like, this is like very recent. This is literally between today, yesterday, day before, like 48 to 72 hours, I'm saying, in that window from 14th April. All right, something beautiful. I'm not saying this is it's going to be a bad experience. I mean something beautiful between, note this down, 14th April, okay, 24 to 48 hours, or even 70, I won't, okay, maybe 72 hours, just this brief window of 2 to 3 days. Just keep this, just in mind. One beautiful thing is going to happen to you, or has already happened to you. All right, so congratulations. Either it's already happened so for now, or in advance. All right, and the details. And 1 second, I haven't shuffled the deck, my deck. The card Upper is the details. This came in last time around also, if I'm not wrong. Details, right? And we were like, what details? Don't ever underestimate the power of your connection with the universe. I have told you several times. If you've been regular on my channel, you've seen this happen for the 100th time, and I'm going to tell you now that, like, if I ask a question, universe comes around to answer it. Through a deity, through itself, whichever way, they always answer it. I don't think that I've had any question asked and that has not come back. I have not received an answer. That has not happened till date. Thank you, Divine. I'm eternally grateful and thankful to that. So remember last time we asked, like, there was a question about foreign, when the cards came in, and that foreign came in later, right? And last time I had this very when that card came in Vasudev, I was slightly taken aback, in the sense, like, of course Vasudev means Sri Hari, Sri Krishna, whichever form you want to like address him as. But I remember asking myself, that clicked in my head, that how I've never called him Vasudev in my head, never in the ever, unless I'm reading a scripture which calls Sri Hari Vasudev. I've never, other than that, I have never ever called him Vasudev. In fact, by default I call him Sri Hari, irrespective whether he's in front of me as in Narayan, as in Vishnu, as in Krishna, as in Varaha, whichever avatar he is in front of me, I always by default address him as Sri Hari. Right? It was the first time that came as Vasudev. Cards I made, may I clarify that? Those cards, I could not imagine that I made a card with Vasudev on it. Like, why would I write Vasudev? I've never called him that. And I remember noticing that Vasudev also has, I made a tiny little heart on it as well. That means I made it with love, like knowing that it means something, it meant something. Right? And at that time it clicked to me that I can't believe it that I called him Vasudev. Never would I call him Vasudev. Never in the ever. And today I didn't even have to ask that question out loud. That answer came back to me today. And I was like, but dimag ke andar question, I haven't even like said it out loud and they're answering me. So I'm very, very, very grateful and thankful. I'll tell you what the Vasudevs. Okay, hang on. Let me just open my notes also. Okay, 1 second. Hang on for a bit, please. So, how many of you had chutti today? How many? I had office. Oh my gosh. Trying to shut it down. Hang on. 1 second. Yo. What is the time? 5 minutes to 10. Hang on, yaar. Very hard to buy. One moment, guys. Yes, I have Citrix installed in because I use it for my office work as well, so that opens first. Hence, otherwise, it's like a lightning fast machine. Like, yeah. Okay, so basically, if you remember, we had an early. Okay, let me just give you the answer first so that you connect right as we go along. If you remember, few days ago I told you there's the elements, the elemental gods. We have the card also that come out. The elemental gods are also in your khema, in your camp. They're on your side, collective. They're on the righteous side. If you do something wrong, they'll not be with you. But you understand, it's not like they're on the right side, which is you. Alright, on the God side, which is you. Alright, so the elemental gods are with you, and I told you that they are giving your enemies a very hard time. If you remember, I even told you this, that your enemies might be this, especially the first thing that came to my mind was the element air. I told you that they could literally, your enemies, as in your ops, could literally be having breathing issues, or they could literally be facing like issues in their environment, in their home, in their office, whichever, in their life in general, right? Okay, so they could have like when we say a fire issue, I don't mean literal fire, that could also be it, but what came to my mind at that time was, I don't know if I said it or not, but it would literally be fire, like a very narcissistic person, kind of like spewing fire like venom at them, like trying to light up their life on fire, metaphorically speaking, that kind of life. It could literally be that. So that elemental gods, I'm just giving you refreshing your memory basically. The elemental gods, I told you, are on your side. And at that time you said, we didn't discuss it in detail or something, but I told you that yes, the elementals are on your side, right? The older gods, right? The Rigvedic gods are on your side, right? That we don't like really now worship. इतना हम ऐसे नहीं करते, हम तो forms को worship करते हैं, like we'll worship Lord Shiva, Mahadurga, although they represent the same divine that we talk about. Some forms are different, otherwise the same here, right? Okay, don't get me wrong there, but what I'm trying to say is the elemental bit of it. Now, you remember that download, and remember the Vasudev who came in, and my question back was, why Vasudev? Why would I even refer to him as Vasudev? Never would I ever do that. Or why did I do that? Alright. So, and he came in the last reading. So, there was a message there that I wasn't able to decipher then. It wasn't for me to decipher. So, he gave me a nugget today for me to decipher it. Okay. So, what Sri Hari wanted me to say, like literally Vasus, who are Vasudev as in Vasus. Vasu ke Dev. Vasu kya hai? What are Vasus? So, in our basically Hindu mythology, in our mythology, all right, it belongs to all of us, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, whatever. In our mythology, Vasus are actually, we have different categories of devtas, all right. So basically we have 33, हम कहते हैं 33 करोड़ देवी देवता. We have 33 categories to begin with. 33 कोटि देवी देवता. Now कोटि is category in old Hindi or in proper Sanskrit or whichever way जो mixture होता था हिंदी and Sanskrit का, शुद्ध हिंदी rather, thank you divine, तो शुद्ध हिंदी right would call it कोटि. Alright, तो 33 कोटि, तो उसमें से कोटि में से there is one कोटि, one category, alright, which is Vasus. And drum roll, what would Vasus be? Those are the elementals. Alright, so Vasus के dev would be Vasudev, Shri Hari, right? Or Narayan, whichever. Again, you know me and I know you now. मेरे को clarify करने की जरूरत नहीं है, but for all those who are new here, I call Shri Hari as in all the Vishnu Roop, all the Narayan Roop, I call him Shri Hari. So make peace with it, alright? Because he isn't angry with me on that. Alright, he loves me when I call him Shri Hari. I can guarantee you that. Hold on. The क्या था? अच्छा, हाँ, this also, you know how would I got, you would not believe, if I tell you, you will be like, हो ही नहीं सकता, but yeah. How, one second, how I got here was also a different question. One second. I've been trying to find the same question I typed. Alright, here. So it kept 33 kept coming in, and there was something else given to me. I don't remember. There were a lot of steps, there are a lot of clues, a lot of nuggets, a lot of Easter eggs that are given to me. And मैं वहाँ से होते I came to 33 crore Devi Devtas, and I do not know why this 1111 has been given to me. Thank you, divine. This was given this, so it was, I was asked to look at 33 crore Devi Devtas and look at how many, क्या है, what is about 33 crore Devi Devtas that I need to learn. Alright, so this I probably would have known, but होता है कि there's a lot of things that come after it. शायद I must have just not remembered it in one go, but Hinduism has 33 primary deities and there are commonly called 330 million gods, 33 koti, ठीक है? इसमें where is that? अरे यार, I'm not getting that page, hang on. So Vasus, one second. I'm hoping it'll be that name. Hang on, I want to show you, I want to have that exact. Okay, the Vasus, I got the Vasus here. Gotcha. Okay. Sometimes you have to work extra hard, so okay, sorry to make you wait or something, but hang on. So 33 koti, as in 33 categories of Devi and Devtas, alright, and I could have just moved around, but I want you to know this, alright. Usme say the 33 cosmic deities consist of 8 Vasus, which is the elementals, alright, 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, and 2 Ashwins. Now when we say 11 Rudras as in तो शिव तो एक ही है, रुद्र उनका एक रूप हमें पता था, अब ये कौन है, ये 12, but Lord Shiva के भी different रूप हैं, तो all of those are like various avatars, not avatars, as roops are known as Rudras, okay, 11 of them. So we have 8 of Vasus, 12 Adityas, which are solar deities, okay, 11 Rudras, which are expressions of Shiva, 2 Ashwins, which are physicians or light. Alright, we'll come down to it. So 8 Vasus हैं, उसमें I'll tell you what are the 8 Vasus. Now from here came Vasudev. Alright, in सब के like what are the elementals? Prithvi, Agni, Vayu, Antariksh, Aditya, Dyu, Chandramas. इसको Chandramas ही क्या है ना, Chandramas, and Nakshatra, यानी तारे. All of this makes up the Vasu category of Devi Devtas, alright. Now you see earth, fire, wind, and space, sun, sky, moon, and the stars, they are the Vasus. So just look at this category. When we say the universe is on your side, it's not just a statement. literally the earth, Mother Earth, fire, wind, space, sun, sky, moon, stars, everybody's on your side. The elements are on your side. These are the elemental gods. Just think about it. And they are on your side. In sabke dev hain Vasudev, as in Sri Hari. Alright, this category is under Sri Hari. Now just for like there are like 12 Adityas also, like Vivaswan, Aryaman, Twatsar, Savittar, Bhaga, Dhatar, Mitra, Varun, and they're like Indra, Vishnu, like the Vaman avatar and everything. So then the Rudras are like they are generally identified as cosmic energies or expressions of Lord Shiva, like Kapali, Bhava, Shambhu, Bhairav. It's like they're like Kal Bhairav. Like similarly, there are 11 expressions of Lord Shiva which fall under Lord Shiva. Okay. So this was like Vasudev did not just come out of no reason. He was just telling us the elementals are on your side. Thank you, Divine. I got a notification. So it is the elements are on your side. Just understand, God sees. So now from all angles you're being watched, you're being secured, you're being protected. Now these people, whatever your ops, as when I said 21 on the clock, when I said that 2122 on the clock when I said that. See, understand, these people might be doing things behind closed doors. Whatever they want to do, they can hold secret meetings, they can have secret pacts, they can do whatever they want to do, but God sees. God is in literally the Prithvi, Agni, everywhere around them, in the air around them. We see them. By God, by that extension, you and I see them. Right? So let them do whatever they want to do. They will not be able to get one up on us. Alright? Hang on for a bit. Abhi, and when I said you have protection, my avast, as in the antivirus literally just came up and removed the screen and just came up. So the 2211 on the clock. And so you can imagine, like, you have, when I talked about protection, the firewall came up. So you know what I'm talking about. Another confirmation. Just so you know, you're being so beautifully protected, right? It's poetry, right? It's poetry. So there's a lot of people confused around you. They're trying, even if they try to like make your life hell, whatever they want to try to do. Like obviously, it's a default, state of being है हमारे ops का, right? This is what they want to do. They have committed themselves to misunderstanding you. So obviously this is how it's going to be in their life, no matter what, until their last breath. This is what it's going to be. So you just understand that this is, they are in a tizzy right now. It's tizzy. It's like you're like frustrated and you're confused. You're like frustrated, you're confused. You don't know what you're feeling. So they're feeling mad, angry, but they're feeling fearful. But mad, angry, but fearful. If you know what I'm trying to say, right? So it is like a very confusing, anxiety-inducing state that your ops are in right now. And you are in that beautiful poetry-like motion, and it shows. It shows. Okay, so just so you know, God sees. God sees. Okay? Everything is under surveillance when it comes to God. Everything, no matter what, even if I just give an example, if it was me, God's child, I haven't even asked a question, it was just for a very split second, it was in my mind that Vasudev, like that's it, and that was answered today. The elementals are with you. So like I told, and remember I told you all the old gods that never ever make fun of any God. Like a lot of people do that, right? I always find that very offensive. Like in the sense, why would you do that? कोई भगवान है, क्यों तू भगवान है ना मजाक उड़ाने के लिए, इट्स स्टूपिड मीम्स बनाने के लिए, सिर्फ एक रील बनाने के लिए, एक शॉर्ट बनाने के लिए कुछ भी बोल देते हो, कुछ भी जो मुंह में आएगा बोल देते हो. And then God will gets angry, they will get angry at them and then be like किसी और को कोसेंगे, एक और कोई नहीं मिलेगा तो मोदी को कोस देंगे, because वो तो बेचारा सभी का ही आजकल, वो हर कोई का गुनहगार मोदी है. मोदी नहीं है तो परम है. I mean that my husband was joking about this. अगर like this something that had happened and my husband was like, yeah, it's either Modi or it's you, Param. it's just two of you. नहीं मिल रहा मोदी तो मतलब मोदी को नहीं कुछ कोई कह सकता कि भैया उसने करा है तो बस फिर परम ने करा. Has to be. So more like that. So I take that as a compliment, by the way. So, but having said that, you're not trying to say just so have that. Know it, absorb it. If I'm telling you, I can guarantee you that everything is being watched. If anybody thinks that कि भैया वो कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा smart act कर सकते हैं, वो smart act कर ही नहीं सकते. They're not smarter than they're not smart enough. And it is the truth. Not smart enough, very shallow, very एक स्मार्ट एनिमी होता है ना, तो फिर वो भी एक मतलब दैट्स ऑल्सो लाइक यू ऑल्सो लर्न फ्रॉम द एनिमी, राइट? यू गेट द चांस टू लर्न फ्रॉम द एनिमी. यहाँ भी लाइक बुद्धू बोंदू लोगों के साथ हम डील कर रहे हैं, लाइक पीपल हु हैव नो स्पिरिचुअल रैंकिंग, shallow beings, they're like no substance, zero substance, minus में substance. तो अगर वो mathematically possible हो तो, but so anyways, that being that, okay. वसुदेव, हाँ इसका भी अच्छा. I made my notes also. Hang on. 8. Oh, there was something about 8 Vasus. These Vasus. Achha, there was another story that was also given to me. Oh, I totally forgot about it. Something about the 8 Vasus. There's a story which relates to Mahabharata. Okay. So there were 8 Vasus only, na? 8 windows were like, matlab, see, kai bar hota, there's like so much information download. I'm not complaining divine, that's all. 8 Vasus. Haan, see, I'll tell ya. According to the Mahabharata, the 8 Vasus, Ashtavasu, उनको बोलते थे Ashtavasu, are elemental deities. And do you know, one second, sorry, the Krishna avatar was the 8th avatar, right? As in the 8th. Yes, also the 8th avatar and also the 8th baby when it came into like being, right? जो prophecy के हिसाब से was the 8th child was Sri Hari, right? And also Sri Krishna was the 8th avatar or something. पता नहीं why it clicked. Right now I have no clue. Anyways. So according to the Mahabharata, the 8 Vasus, Ashtavasus, are elemental deities and attendants of Indra. They are named Dhara, Anila, Apa, Pratyusha, Prabhasa, Soma and Dhruva. These are like the very Sanskrit names. Dhruva like stars. Dhruv Tara bolte na, North Star. It's like, so those are those. Dhara representing earth. Agni, Anala or Agni representing fire. I've just spoken about those, right? Okay, I won't repeat that. These deities are considered custodians of natural phenomena. So, like if your orbs, thank you, Vanda, if your orbs are feeling things like force of nature, things like that are inexplicable, that happens because it's like just they would 100% they are feeling that Mother Nature is angry with them, like nature, environment is angry, their atmosphere is angry with them. And I'm not talking about peeps, I'm not talking about anything else. Like they could jo bhi whatever little, if they have some spirit in them, if they're not like totally dead inside, right, they're living and breathing, so they would feel this, they would feel the wrath of God, So these deities are considered custodians of natural phenomena and are crucial in the narrative of Bhishma's birth, as 7 were released from one mortal curse immediately by Ganga, while the 8th lived on as a mortal. Yes, this is the story that was given to me by Sri Hari today. Okay, so I'll tell you this story since he gave it to me today and I totally forgot about it. I only wahi par main got excited. And this came in first actually. So okay, so this was the 8 Vasus. Okay, so these were like now we know the category of gods and everything. So they were cursed by a rishi, Vashishta. I think because in their playfulness it was Rishi Vashishta only, na? Okay. Let me just go. Too dry, but okay, no, but we have to be वशिष्ठ ही थे यार, जितना मेरे को याद है. Yes, got it. ऋषि वशिष्ठ, sage वशिष्ठ, Maharishi Vashishta. Okay, Maharishi Vashishta. These 8 Vasus, I don't know, by playfulness, in their playfulness, or by design, I don't know. Sometimes these things are fated because The gods only do these things so that we learn our lessons. There's something for us to learn from, right? So by design, I would say, by design, these Vasus had taken, stolen or taken, let's say taken, right? Rishi Vashishta's sacred cow. Okay, he had a cow, very sacred to him, and they had taken. So that Rishi Vashisht had cursed the 8 Vasus that all of you will have to, like, go to, take a birth as a human being or something. Imagine, ये curse है. Curse है ये. हम लोग इतना बोलते हैं ना आपस में कि oh my god, we are so lucky to be born as a human being. Rishi Vashish literally cursed the Vasus that you will have to take. This is your curse that you'll have to take. Of course, they were like Devi Devtas, jokes apart, like Devatas, right? They were like celestial, elemental beings. कि अब तुम्हें birth लेना पड़ेगा as human beings. That is your curse. That's your punishment. Citing for human heart. Huh? So that is your punishment. You have to take birth as a human being. So apparently, out of the 8 Vasus, I think 7 were like, yes, Mata Ganga then heard their story, their plight, and she was like, okay, I will give birth to them, and in the human form, I will give birth to them. All right. So out of, I think 7 were given, and she took them, like she gave birth to them and she took the 7 babies, and I think the 8th baby was Ganga Putra Bhishma. If you remember the story from like the Bhishma Pitahama of Mahabharata, Ganga Putra कहते हैं ना उनको. If you know, he had the power of Ma Ganga also, not just कि Ganga Putra से मम्मी को उनकी सेवा कर रहे हैं या उनका आशीर्वाद ले रहे हैं कुछ. No, he had the power of Ma Ganga. Ma Ganga could be very purifying, could be very gentle with you, but at the same time, she's a power. When she wants to show her power, she's a power. She's a Devi after all, right? Right? Her feminine nature, she can do that. So, in the battle of Kurukshetra, when that had happened, the Mahabharata battle, when Bhishma was fighting, Bhishma Pitama was fighting, he had the power of Ma Ganga, used Ma Ganga's power to defeat everybody else. And so basically, Bhishma Pitama, like Bhishma, I keep calling him Pitama because that's how we address him, bade hain. So Bhishma Pitama was the one who was almost like cursed with immortality, you can say. He wanted to be like, I don't think he chose to be that, but it was one of the things, one of the powers, you may say, that he had by default. So he was left, I think Baki 7 were like taken by Ma Ganga. He was left to live his life, it was like a punishment, to live the punishment until the end. And unka end was, if you know this, I don't know how many of you know this, but Bhishma Pitama had a power that he could only he could only die, he could only die when he chose to die. So like कोई उनको मान नहीं सकता. That is why you see him, you would have seen कि क्या है भीष्म पितामह की इमेज, क्या है हमारे आंखों में, क्या आता है सबसे पहले कि वो कुरुक्षेत्र के बैटल में पूरे ऐसे नॉट लेटे नहीं हुए हैं, पर उनके अंदर बाण लगे हुए हैं 100 के 100, but he is not dead. Why do you think he's not dead? Anybody else would die with that 1 or 2, okay, 3 arrows. Yeah, why do you think Bhishma had like 100 of those in him and he was still not dead? Because he had this gift, call it the gift / curse, however you want to look at it, that nobody else could, like he could only go at a time when he chose to go. उनको मार नहीं सकते आप, like वो अगर नहीं जाना चाहते तो आप उनको मार नहीं सकते हो. That kinds. You get your point? That's why he was like, he had many other qualities in his personality, but I don't know how much of it gets covered, in the whole Mahabharata story, because actually the story is about the Pandav versus Kaurav, right? Okay. Anyways, coming back. So Bhishma Pitama was that child who had, so even like the gods' curses that turn out to be, I'm just saying that another one of those curses, it turned out to be a power, right? People could not, like, he was there in the end until he wanted to go. He was still like, when who was it? It was Sri Hari only, no? When he said like, so they were not able to kill him, then how do we kill Bhishma Pitama? उनको कैसे रास्ते से हटाना, कैसे युद्ध जीतोगे, वो तो खत्म ही करते यार थे सब कुछ. Like I said, he could evoke the power of Ma Ganga. He was blessed. He was a great Yodha. People wanted to be like him. It was like Bhishma Pitama. Everybody wanted to be like him as a superstar. Not even just superstar, in the sense like the mentor, like the one to be like. You want to grow up to be like him, kind of like for all the other warriors, like all the Kauravas and the Pandavas, right? So then they did know, but unke paas to he has a, like I say, boon / curse that nobody can take him out. So how do you take him out? How do you win the war? How do you do that? So this was Sri Hari's idea. That he told Arjun, you know what, you remember when you went up to him and before the start of the battle, like literally when they were in the Kurukshetra facing each other, right, on the day one, right, on that day one, when Arjun was like slightly, going both ways, not slightly, he had to go on the other way, main to nahi kar raha. On that, around that time, just before he hit that point, he had, climbed down from his chariot, and he went to all his brothers and he went to Bhishma Pitama saying that, I want your blessing. And he had said, Bhishma Pitama had said that, my consultation, my advice and my blessings will always be with you and your brothers. Will always be with you and your brothers. That's what he said, because he's everybody's uncle, right? He's everybody's Pitama. It's not just for Kauravas. Yes, he was fighting for Kauravas because he wanted to fight for Hastinapur, right? But otherwise he was with everybody in spirit. वैसे मार रहे थे सबके उनको. But having said that, okay, let's remember the point that he had said that to Sri Hari when all of this was happening. Bhishma Pitama was like killing it literally on the battlefield, right? He was like taking people out like left, right, center. So when they convened, the Pandavas, they convened at the end of the day कि भैया तो खत्म कर देंगे अकेले इनको और किसी की जरूरत है नहीं, इनको इनके सामने जो आधा मार देते हैं तो लोगों को मारे जा रहे हैं, लेफ्ट राइट मारे जा रहे हैं, क्या करें, इनके पास इतनी सारी शक्तियाँ हैं, तो माँ गंगा भी इनके साथ में and everything again, the power of mother's blessings, right? And not just in spirit but literally physical blessings Ma Ganga was bestowing upon Bhishma. So at that time, our beloved Sri Hari, who is the smartest of them all, I've said that many a times, right? He said, Arjun, you remember, he said, Bhishma Pitama said that he is available for consultation, right? He's available to give you advice because you're also his child, right? He loves you as much. He loves you all as much, right? All the Pandavas as well. So how about you go to him and ask him कि उनको कैसे मारना है, right? If you haven't read the Mahabharata, you haven't read the most interesting, most intriguing, the most remarkable, epic story ever written on this planet ever. You must read it. Just for the entertainment purposes. अगर भगवान को नहीं मानते तो entertainment के लिए पढ़ो, भगवान को मानने लग जाओगे. Alright? So Sri Hari then sends Arjun, जाओ पूछ क्या उनसे कैसे मारना है आपको, कैसे मारना है आपको, आपको तो मार ही नहीं सकते, तो आपको कैसे मारना है, आपको ऐसे not really ऐसे हटाना, not those words, but you know what I'm trying to say, you get the drift. Alright? So he went and asked, they were asked, then the whole story about Shikhandi and everything came about. So I won't touch upon that, or maybe some other day we'll touch about the Shikhandi story if you haven't. Alright, but that's how it happened. Okay, so this was the patient, this was the Vasu. So long story short, this is the power of a Vasu, that even when that is the elemental god on your side, that even God like Sri Hari had no answer to it, and he had to say, you know what, how about you go and ask him कैसे मारना है आपको. So you can imagine that's an elemental, and just how beautiful this all is. It's like a painting. Just think, Vasudev खुद उनके supervisor, right, supervising partner होंगे वहाँ खड़े, वही खड़े हैं वहाँ पर, and because he's doing his leela, right, everything is an illusion, right? So otherwise I'm sure that Sri Hari already knew कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, but then how would Pandavas, how would they have learned, how would you and I learn in this day and age, how would we learn our lessons, right? So all of this had to play this way. But just imagine, Bhishma Pitama वहीं थे और उनके देवता वसुदेव भी वहीं थे उसी फील्ड में. Alright, so just know the power of Vasus. These are the Vasus, people, even when they are cursed, they cannot be killed, they can't be removed, even when they're given the worst of human birth, as Rishi Vashisht, Maharshi Vashisht cursed them कि जाओ अभी मनुष्य बनोगे तुम अगले जन्म मनुष्य बनोगे मनुष्य. Imagine. So that's even when they are cursed, they are that powerful that you cannot take them out. Those are the gods that are on your side, and I'm just talking about one category of gods. It's just one category, just one category. So just so you know, I hope I've made my point clear here. So just revel in this beauty. Just know, because if you understand, you ponder and dwell on it, you'll be grateful. It'll be helpful for you to understand what your protection is. अब एक बार अपना protection समझ आ गया ना, then you will not find the path of righteousness that difficult. Basically, that is the point. इतना नहीं लगेगा आपको, alone नहीं लगेगा when you have this entire universe with you. You have the gods with you. You won't feel that I'm doing this alone or something. That thought won't come to you. It'll only look like alone in the 3D, but you are not alone, right? And your enemies understand that now, and it's just like they are in denial. They see it. They do stuff, it doesn't work. In fact, it just backfires. They see it, but it's just like that ego inside them. It's like an ego war. They are unable to accept it. That yes, there's a God that's walking with this person, and that's what is something is playing out right now. So they're fighting illusions right now. They're fearful of you, but they understand, they feel the God. They feel God's presence around you. Let's say, for instance, they feel Ma Kali's, Ma Kali is known for that justice-driven passion, right? Justice. That is what I'm going to, justice, that energy. Maybe your Shatrus, your ops. I don't want to call them Shatrus, because we don't want anyone to be a Shatru. We want everyone to be able to live in harmony, whichever kind of creature they might be. We want everyone to live in harmony. We're here for that. You and I, collective chosen ones. We're here for that. We're here for harmony. We're here to live coherently. We're here to leave each other alone for whatever we are doing. That kind of energy. We all can be ourselves in that same playing field. We don't have to be like ya to main, ya to tu. What is that energy? This is a very karmic energy, either me or you. That kind of karmic energy, that is what God doesn't like. And that is exactly the opposite of what you and I stand for. We stand for that coherence. Remember where we talked about this word that was given to us, coherence. Because when everything is aligned, when everything is working in tandem, everybody is playing their role in the universe, and we're all in sync, we're all in harmony, we're all aligned with each other. That kind of, enemies don't get it. They're like either me or you. No, it don't work like that. Anyway, so that was that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful download. Thank you, Divine, for reminding me. See, if I make I knew this, but I had totally it slipped out of my mind as if it wasn't even there. Thank you, Vasudev. Vasudev, if I have made another note here that I am forgetting about. Yeah. That being that, okay, so I had another download that was given to me was from Psalms 119:37. So Psalms 119, paragraph 119 and chapter 119 and para 37, which says, avert my eyes from what is worthless. But eyes. This was given to me about 2 days ago, bhai. Again, say eyes. Avert my eyes from what is worthless. 44 on the clock. By your way, give me life. This is a very short version of what this whole verse is. But see what divine is, when our first download was God sees, right? Now when in Psalm they're talking about you remove your eyes. Divine is telling you to just remove your eyes aka your attention, 444 on the clock, aka your attention, your energy from anything that is worthless. And now by this time on the spiritual journey, you understand what's worth your time, what's not worth your time. Okay, whatever is not worth your time is what is divine calling worthless. That's a very, so like the same thing but it's quite harsh. It's like harsher rather. Alright, so worthless. Anything that is worthless, just remove it coldly. You don't have to like think बुरा लग जाएगा. वो अगर उसी उसको बुरा लग जाएगा एनर्जी में हो तो अभी you have some distance to go फिर if you're in that energy, right? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Okay, just thank you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks right now. It is, you've done that enough कि दूसरों को कैसा लगेगा, दूसरों को ऐसा लगेगा, दूसरों को वैसा लग जाएगा. मैं कर लिया बहुत सारा वो. ठीक है, 1 second. We are on Psalms. I'm going to open the verse. Okay, proper क्या है उसमें, because I don't want to miss anything. This is a beautiful one. Also sees. So again about vision, about you. And now this is here, sees is like literal, not just you. Like I just clarified, it's not just about you looking at things. It is about paying attention to things is what is looking as, right? Your spiritual eye, like where are you focusing on? When you're through your third eye, where are you focusing? Are you focusing on a conflict? Are you focusing on somebody else's ascension? Are you focusing on, material things? That's also there. That's also a part of this, right? Material things पे ज़्यादा focus नहीं कर रहे हो. Are you focusing on lack? Hopefully not. Alright, none of this. So you understand, all of this is just illusion, is just Maya. You have to like remove your attention from all of this if you are looking at this. If you are, okay, remove your attention from all of this and look within. Just look within, that shunyata जिसे कहते हैं ना, that emptiness, that zeroness that is required for you to be on that level where you can connect with God. You remember, you know how manifestation works, right? If you want to like connect with the source, it's a very basic technique, right? I don't have to do this, but like if somebody were to tell you how to connect with the source, is how it's going to be. Like you have to like literally just zone in and remove all the thoughts. Like have a blank slate to begin with. Have a blank slate to begin with. I mean, this is for all my collective. This is how, I'm not talking about the chosen ones, because chosen ones have different way of connected with divine. But otherwise, if you are like just generally you want to connect with the source, you want to ascend, you want to like, be on a spiritual journey, have a spiritual connection with the source, with the divine, with any of the gods that you like, or are they all the same, right? Any version of God you like, they will come as that. So don't worry about it कि आपने अगर शिव जी को सोचा तो शिव जी ही आएंगे, अगर पार्वती माँ को सोचा वो ही आएंगी. Just understand that, okay? They just play with us, with these avatars, okay? So if you want to like connect, again the shunyata is needed. This is what divine is saying. If you want to just go within, that within moment, just you and no one else and nothing else, no distraction, no this, no that shunyata is needed. Alright, cut the noise. Okay, again back to chapter 119 verse 37. Okay, chapter 119, 48 minutes, 119. Okay, verse 37. Arey, this is the same one, but this has come before. I remember telling you that it's got very different title, Aleph, Bet. You remember I told you there's a chapter that has very, it doesn't have a title like chapter name, but it's got a bunch of names like Bet, biblical names, Gimel and Dalet, ऐसे करके. Okay, so 37 पे पहुँचते हैं सीधा. He, there's a name He also. अच्छा. 37. Okay, it says, literally it's just these two lines only. Okay, it says, okay, so let me 37 को read करने के लिए, let me see read the 36 also, so we have a little bit of context. Okay, so 36 is, direct my heart towards your testimonies and away from gain. So testimonies क्या होते हैं? What do we mean by testimonies? Is when like people like, let's say me or any of my chosen brothers and sisters, anybody else in general, when they talk about, yes, see, this happened, they tell about, it's like a proof when they're sharing their experience that yes, they were able to like, this happened in their life because of God, that great thing happened in their life because of God, they went through this, but because of that, this happened in their life because of God. Those are like testimonies, right? So like direct experiences of people. So direct my heart towards your testimonies and away from gain. All right, so again, not focusing on ki again, no, there's no focus on desires, there's no focus on profits, there's no focus on outcomes. Shunyata, that is what I just said, that emptiness is needed, that you don't want to, there is no outcome that you're desiring right now कि मेरे ऐसा हो जाएगा ना, भगवान मेरे को बस ये मिल जाए, ये चाहिए. वो नहीं कह रहे, वो कह रहे कि literally just move away remove all the desires, just like Lord Shiva does, removes all the, this is a destroyer of desires, right? He's not just a destroyer, he's not like just जाते हैं बस खत्म करते हैं, it's good. No, he's a destroyer of desires, of ill intentions, of anything, that at ego that we have, that mostly that is that ego that comes between us and learning something right, between us and doing something right. That's the ego. So he's a destroyer of those egos, right? So it says, direct my heart towards your testimonies, like make me believe, and like, so whatever let people say, whatever let people kind of mislead, let people do whatever, the enemies will do this, हवा चलाएंगे, हवा चलाना ही काम है, बस ये पंखे चलाते रहते हैं पूरा जिंदगी भर, करने दो, हवा चलाएंगे. So let me focus, your job is like, so this person is like literally direct my heart. He's like praying to God that divine, please direct my heart towards your testimonies, don't let me like make me look at those things, right? And away from gain, away from all this profit and loss, whatever the ops are putting in there, trying to like kind of like narrate to the world or whatever. Now the verse, avert my eyes from what is worthless, and by your way give me life. Like I want to live your way, divine, the righteous way, however you prescribed, I want to live my life like that. Okay, avert my eyes from what is worthless. Like this person is saying, whoever is praying is like literally you decide whatever is worthless, just remove that. In a way, that is what God does, right? It removes everybody that is not worth your time, removes everybody from your life. Like they have to go. And if this is my own experience, my collective, if God is removing someone from your life, but you insist for whatever reason, you pity them, you like them, you have a profit or loss business situation with them, whatever it is, whatever, take it as resonates, I'm giving you tracks, okay, whatever. God is trying to remove someone from your life and you insist on keeping them in, it only just block a gift from your life. Basically, that's what it will delay a gift. That is what is going to happen. Eventually, तो देखो उनको remove करे बगैर तो तुम्हारी life में कोई चांदनी आने वाली नहीं है. Everything is going to remain very dark. Alright, so sometimes it's just that one person that just creates a blockage in your life because they are pouring in venom from one side. Okay, so you have to remove them. That is what it is, inevitable. Take my word for it. No matter how much you might want to be, let's just all, no, let's not, maybe it is, nah. God is saying remove, so remove. There is no other way around it, because obviously it is all that most of the times you don't realize how much another person can poison your stream of water, is what I'm trying to say, metaphorically speaking. They like literally poison what you intake. So nothing in your life can, if you're like, when you take in that poison, metaphorically again, you're slowly dying away. And you don't realize that you're dying away slowly. You don't see it. You don't realize that you're losing your gifts, you're losing precious time, you're losing energy that you should be putting in yourself while not in other people. And what happens? It is almost that equals self-sabotage. So you need to understand, this is a very harsh lesson and I've been there myself, and so I'm like stressing on it. So if you think, it's okay. No, there is no way around it. If God says remove. I've shared a lot of stories about this in the past, so I'm not going to like bore you with them again, but from my own life, and at the cost of repeating myself, whatever has been asked to remove them, please. You would be gladly surprised. Really surprised that, oh my God, I should have done this when God asked me to do it in the first go. And that comes with faith, of course. That's okay. That's your journey. It takes time to have that kind of faith and everything. But once you do it, you'll be like, whatever you tell me, I'll do now. I did not see this, or I did not know this. It's like that. These people generally like suffocate you, or they poison your water, just like say a stream of water. All right, metaphorically. This was it. So avert my eyes from what is worthless, by your way give me life. So again, this is also about seeing metaphorically, and God says God sees. Okay, so about you, this is all coming to your discernment also. Like it is like God can only like guide you up till a point, tell you, dekho beta, this is what I'm telling you, this is not good for you. But eventually you have to do your part. That is, you have to do the act, you have to do the deed, you have to do the cord cutting, you have to do the removing, you have to do the separation, right? It is up to you. He can only guide you, tell you, this is what I would like you to do, and I want you to have faith in me. You're the one who has to have that faith. Yeah, remember that. Okay, chalo. This is that. This is what I had. Psalms 119, para 37. Read it if you want to, right? Okay. We have 56 minutes ho gaye. We can do our cards. Let's do our cards. We have a few minutes. Let me shuffle. Okay, let's just break the deck and shuffle the cards. I'm always excited about my cards, yeah. They give me such happiness. Okay, we have, I think, two that came. Okay, hang on. Sages. Okay, okay, let me keep these here. 1 second. Okay, one is sages. Just talked about sage Maharishi Vashisht, right? Sages. Okay, why sages? Lord Shiva. Arey wow, sages and Lord Shiva. We just have talked about Rishi Vashishtha, and I just was talking about Lord Shiva's eye, third eye, he sees us. Thank you. Love you too. He sees us. Thank you. He has his eye. And I have said this, bonged about this in the past. I have tangible proof that he's looking. Tangible proof, like something that I can show you, and you can look at it like, huh? Such mein? Yeah, but then there's a lot of stuff that I can visit. No, not to bonk about it. Don't know. Moving on. Oh, let's just see what else wants to come up. Let me just. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, this one wants to really come. This is fight. Acha, sages, Lord Shiva, and fight. They fight. We just said the elementals are the one protecting you. They're fighting your battles. All right, they are fighting your battles. In fact, in the last read, I told you that the one that you lost, your pet cat specifically, could also be fighting in spirit, fighting for you, protecting you in spirit. कितने लोग protect कर रहे हैं भाई? What is happening? Who are you? And what are you supposed to do? Okay, let's just take a few ऐसे है ना. Let's just take let's take these for now. Okay, put these here. Okay, let's begin from here. Christ's blood. Wow. And this doesn't mean blood as in doesn't mean blood as in, you know what I'm trying to say. In fact, I'll tell you the actual meaning when we say Christ's blood in Christianity. Hang on. I think it means his blessing, or the blood of Christ, actually, not Christ's blood, not literally that way, but blood of Christ signifies the ultimate sacrificial death of Jesus on the cross, representing the atonement for humanity's sins, the sealing of a new covenant with God, and the source of redemption, forgiveness, and eternal life. It symbolizes a voluntary pouring out of his life to cleanse believers from sin, acting as a spiritual bleach that removes guilt. Imagine he atonement and forgiveness, new covenant, redemption, and reconciliation. So basically, it is about. So what did Jesus do by, sacrificing himself? Basically, he saved humanity, right? That's what it is, paid for humanity's sins, all right? So it's sages, Lord Shiva, fight, and the blood of Christ. So here, right? Here, as in like in terms of inheritance, here, the blood of Christ. Fight, Lord Shiva, sages, here. First prize. You could be from a royal bloodline, like spiritually, could be from a royal bloodline. Because everybody is around you, sages, Lord Shiva, like Jesus, they're fighting for you as if you are some here. You're like when it's Wednesday and confirmation, there's a alarm going on in my husband's phone. First prize, double 0101 on the clock. First prize, as if you won something. Take it metaphorically, like as if you won something, you're victorious. They're all fighting for you to win something. You are the here. I told you, it's like Christ's blood here. You are from a royal bloodline. Handsome. Handsome, so you could be quite pretty, you could be beautiful, you could be handsome, take it as it resonates. If you're a masculine energy, it is for you. Someone's going like really handsome. You could be someone who has like very divine features, very godlike features. Handsome, okay. Then we have karma. Karma card is coming after a little while, quite honestly. Karma. Someone's getting karma. Of course, karma is involved. So good karma also. Karma is generally now in the, ever since the Western world accepted karma. Say they think karma is like bad karma and it's all bad. And then when the good outcome comes in your life, when you get the good out of life, out of the consequences are called dharma. This is how they see it. So they think it's karma or dharma. That's not right, but it's okay, but they're learning. Karma could be both good or bad. Both are called karma. So you could be getting good karma, you could be glowing, you could be looking beautiful, you could be looking rejuvenated, you could be looking an upgraded version of yourself, like I've said in my last read. You could be looking really, you could be looking divine, so all of that is good karma. God is bestowing that good health to you. Something that your enemies might have attacked in the past, my collective. They might have attacked your good health. They might have attacked your vitality. They might have attacked that, the God's light that you have inside you. That is what gets attacked the most, right? God's light. That is what these people don't understand. These lower vibrational beings don't get it. What is that? They're like, what is that energy? They don't get it. Because they're not evolved enough to get it in many cases. Even if you tell them, they won't be able to get it. Unless it's their time, unless their brain involves, unless they're spiritually involved, unless they raise their consciousness involved, they'll never be able to understand it. Yeah? They can pen it down, but they won't be able to retain it. Right? So karma, good karma, I feel. And karma ke saath lesson, and lesson is right under Lord Shiva. Karma, so sages ke under it's karma, Lord Shiva and under its lesson. So it's like you've learned your good lessons. You've learned the good and the bad both. In fact, my collective, I'm sure you've learned. You cannot be on this journey at this point without learning your lessons, right? So you've learned your lessons. You're getting good karma for it. Yeah, or Lord Shiva is teaching somebody a lesson. I wanted to say that first, that it's Lord Shiva is like, touch not my anointed, you know, foolishness. See, I already grabbed that energy. It is the lesson is like Lord Shiva saying, I will teach you. Whoever tried to harm you, it's like Lord Shiva's wrath that is coming towards them. Whatever they're feeling is like Lord Shiva saying, 11 Rudras, right? So my 33 koti, I read that bit to you. I'm sure you remember it. Abhi baat ki hui hai. The 11 Rudras that are in the 33 category of Devi Devatas we have. Out of that, Lord Shiva has 11 Rudras under him, right? Under him as in his forms, his expressions. So this is what I was getting. Foolishness is a nest. I knew it. Oh, and foolishness is right under fight. So it's nothing could be more foolish than the karmics trying to fight you, which by you the extension is the elementals, all the deities, like just like Lord Shiva, Sri Hari, like deities, Kalima, like deities are like sages. Like this is first time like we've had like sages also come in and like assist you or help you or guide you. Or you could be a sage from another realm. There's a realm that is of sages. Out of the 14 realms that we have, literally you would not believe I was reading about this today. There we have 14 realms, right? 7 upers. Okay, now yeah, why not? Attack me all you want, I will speak. There are 7 realms that goes up, and the 7 that are down, in whichever way you want to look at it. Like, okay, 14 in all, 7 niche, 7 upper. Okay, out of which there's a realm that is dedicated to, let me see if I made my note on it, as in I don't think I finished that. There is, but I can take it out. Let's googly worksheet can help us. There, so my point, sorry, let me make that point so that you can wait with some context. So there is a realm that is just dedicated to, like, that's where the sages live. That's their realm. That's where they are at. Okay, either udhar nahi hai, that's where, that is their place to be. 14. Okay, I want to see. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna keep. Where should keep? I don't want to like mix my cards abhi. Okay, Satlok, Tapalok. Let me just speak. So the one from the top, okay, Satyalok, which is Brahmalok. Then we have Tapalok, Janalok, Maharlok, Swarlok or Swargalok. They're also called Swarlok, okay, and then Bhuvarlok and Bhulok. And then each of the royal realms are Atal-lok, Vitalalok, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. Alright? Okay, so where is the one that is, yes, Meherlok, M-E-H-E-R, the Meherlok, which is the 4th lok, is abode of enlightened sages and rishis. Bro, I literally was reading this today, but I wasn't able to like totally like finish what exactly. I think I was only on the Satyalok, the first lok that I was reading about, and it talked about how it's literally has that is where the ultimate union jise kehte hain na, between you and the divine. That is where the ultimate union happens. That is the place where there's like literally there is no time space. It's just the place where ultimate truth, that is the Satyalok, the ultimate truth that is between you, that God particle inside you, and the God unites. Then you unite with the God, you become one with the God. That is the Satyalok. I was just there, but I knew about these realms, and this came in today. See the sages. It was literally today. I had just written the loks down. I was like, okay, 7 upper, 7 niche. I was like, wahin tak notes bane the mere. So it's a meher lok. So even the 4th realm is helping you right now. Even they want to like bless you. Okay, there was a notification, so thank you for that confirmation. So it's like they want to bless you. Bye. I'm telling you, you are a royal here. There's something, you are something royal that you're carrying. Okay, you have a royal bloodline, spiritually, or could be like otherwise also. I don't know who you are, but it's my honor to read for you. Okay, now let's just take out a few more cards. 1 hour 9 minutes. Okay, हाँ बस अभी इतने ले लेते हैं. Okay, then I have to eat dinner. आज dinner बनाया पहले से. Okay, we'll just take older. Okay, something about older. Older is under Christ's blood. So this we're talking about something ancient. Oh, something ancient is also protecting you. That came in a gazillion years ago, but it just got reminded to me. Something ancient is also like protecting you, like really a very primordial god or energy. It could be something that, or it could be, I don't know if it was sent to like bother you, or something that was evoked by someone and sent to bother you and just liked you a lot and was like, no, I'm not bothering this child of God. They're here to do something important. I'm not getting in the way. I'm not doing that. It will be that kind of an ancient energy, primordial energy that has like, nobody has control over it. Whoever evoked it did not know what they were doing. Maybe they evoked something that they had no control, not even like they have no idea what they have done, and then good that this energy is bothering them now. But it is more towards, that could also be good aid, but it's more towards something ancient that is the Christ's blood, older. It is right, it's something in your DNA, something in your bloodline that you're carrying. Something ancient, something very important, something which is absolutely imperative to divine's plan is who you are. 111 on the clock. Knew it. What else? Prosperity and abundance is right under, you know where it's under? It's under here. And the inheritance is, your inheritance is prosperity and abundance. You were born for this. You were born with it. You were born with it. Prosperity and abundance, it's yours by birthright. It's yours. It's your birthright. Okay. What else? Livelihood or career. Okay, it's right under first prize. Livelihood or career. So whatever you are in right now, I don't know if you're like if you're doing something which feels like first prize. I don't know what I mean. Like if you have your own business, you have your own charity work, if you have your own thing, whatever you are being guided to do, just so you know, it'll be like a career. You'll make money out of it. It won't be like a side thing. It won't be one of the many things you do. All right, this would be a livelihood or career, and it would feel like first prize, like I won. This is a win. You would not believe, literally few minutes ago we were watching the match and my husband was like just generally talking. He was saying, you know what, ये जैसे BCCI कैसे उठाता है यार, कि who are the players that should come be auctioned in IPL, ये domestic players कहाँ से, रणजी वाले मैच सारे कौन देखते हैं, सारे selectors देखते हैं, this must be such a task. And I said, like someone who really loves cricket, उसके लिए task नहीं होगा ना baby. This would be like actually like a gift. It would be like, I could not have asked for anything else. That kind of a livelihood or career, which let's say you're made to watch cricket matches, and you love watching cricket. You have a passion for it. That won't feel like a job at all. It would feel like first prize. It would like, मेरी तो lottery लग गई, ये तो मेरी जिंदगी बन गई. You know, and he agreed. Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm sure those are the kind of people that are doing it. Only those who have passion for this sport can do it right, if you know what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, other people can also do a lot of things, but the ones who can do it right, they have that special godlike touch to it only because they are very passionate towards doing it. They love doing that job. So something like that, whatever you will do, mark my words, collective, and mark them well. It won't feel like a workplace. It won't feel like work at all. It will feel like you won a lottery. It'll feel like you won first prize for something. That it's a win. It's a victory. That's how it'll feel like. All right, just take divine's guidance and keep your eyes on yourself. Right, a lot of people I have personally gotten a lot of nudges from the divine that a lot of people will come to distract you. You just need to like focus on yourself. Simple. Easier said than done, yes, of course, but then that's how it is, right? That's how it is. Nothing is a cakewalk. Presence, okay, presence, and presence is under handsome. So you could have literally that kind of presence. You just enter the room and everybody just looks at you. You have an energy that can alter the room's energy without you saying a word, and it changes stuff. People feel something else. You have that magnetized aura, that kind of presence, like not just beautiful, not just handsome, but you could be like that magnetic individual. See that, but magnetic individual. And you know what poked with it? I think it said original, literally. You are an original. You are authentic. You are like no one else. You're one in a million. Yeah? Take that as that. Okay, I'm going to keep it here under Sage's Karma Original. I'm going to keep it here, because there ain't any more space left on the table. Okay. Business. Okay. Business is under Lord Shiva, lesson and business. This could, okay, very literally speaking, that's not what came to my, what came to my mind is, it could be someone that Lord Shiva is like teaching somebody a lesson about minding your business, is not what came to my mind. Like somebody could have just could have just left you alone, but no. So Lord Shiva is like teaching someone a lesson about how should you mind your own business, whether you should mind your own business or not, whether you should just focus on your own life or not, whether you should meddle in somebody else's affairs or not, that kinds. Lord Shiva is teaching someone a business. And joke. And look at, this came in earlier also, and I remember like laughing, and look at the teeth I made. Jokes. Joke is under, now hear me, joke is under fight, foolishness and joke. Kid you not. That is the line. Fight, foolishness and joke. So that it is all going to look like a joke, or is already looking like a joke. These people coming against you, like literally everybody is on your side. And I say everybody, I mean the entire divinity, the entire universe, the elementals, the air they breathe in and out, everything they touch, they feel, they walk on, they wear, they see, they smell, everything is in your favor. So all of this fighty is going to look like a jokey now. They will feel like, or they are already feeling like absolute fools. I wanted to say buffoons, that came to my mind first, but okay. Or maybe buffoons. Feeling like fools right now for coming against, starting this fight, going through it. So with that would be it, my collective. I think that's our reading for today. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you. All right, just remember, okay, good fun jokes apart, but just remember that you have to keep your eyes on the prize, which is yourself. Remember to be grateful and thankful to God in all its forms. Everybody, all the divine fathers, all the divine mothers, all the angels, everybody needs to be thanked. Remember to thank them, please. Remember to thank them, please. All right, this is my one request to you. What is popping here? What is it? The outcome. Okay, Lord Shiva and the outcome. Right here I have Lord Shiva. I was like just collecting these cards that we took out, an outcome. So it's in his hands. Need I say more? I have been making this point throughout. Lord Shiva, I'm looking at you. God sees. Alright, outcome in his Lord Shiva's hands, in his hands. Okay, so bas abhi bhi Lord Shiva hi upar hai right now. Even if, okay, let me shuffle it one more time, because this is what we're going to see next time. Let me see what comes up now. Oh. Reclaiming. So reclaim whatever inheritance that People try to take from you your power, people try to take from you whatever is rightfully yours, people try to take from you. Just reclaim your power. Just how do you do that? You don't go out and like start punching people. That's not how you reclaim. You reclaim your energy by focusing on yourself and averting your eyes from whatever is worthless. Remember this, please remember this verse. I don't get these verses out of no reason. SNA, just remember, avert my eyes from what is worthless. By your way, give me life. That I want to live the life you prescribe. Divine, I want to live it that way. Avert my eyes from what is worthless. Again, I don't know if you were able to hear that one ring. The alarm went off. So just avert. So avert my eyes from what is worthless. Just put your attention away. Take it away from anything that doesn't. And you know what is worthless. Anything that doesn't deserve time, energy, whatever. वेले लोगों को वेले लोग ही रहने दो, ठीक है? Okay, my collective. That should be it. 1 hour 20 minutes exactly. Alright, so I'm very, very, very thankful to you, my collective. Thank you so much again for your love and your support. And I have learned so much with you. I cannot even begin to like explain that. Thank you for being on my journey being on my journey. Thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to be on your journey with you. Thank you so much. Alright, so I will see you very again soon. Today is what, Tuesday? Tuesday reading came on Tuesday. Chalo, ye achhi baat hai. Alright, I will bring the next reading very soon to you. Alright, thank you. Until then, see you. Bye.